Can I get a bottle of water? 说错，说错，谈说错，听个邻居，说一个不来个巴士，我们听个错，我们被了谈，我们听我们。
So I moved to London in September 2024, a small football town, not too far from it. I was so excited to grow friendships with my flatmates and go on study sessions with people on my course and just be an academic weapon. All wrong. I do not get on with my flatmates, for the most part. I usually just keep to myself in my room and I never go out. Most of them are the kind of people to go out almost every night and drink and party and go to good old ministry and come back at like 3 a.m. That's like, that is part of being a student in student accommodation in London. But then okay, flatmates are noisy. Surely that's all. I wish. Oh, and in my second week here, the fire alarm went off at 1 a.m.
No way. It's like 1 a.m. at night. Mamă, deci tremur toată, mi-am lăsat ochelarii sus și nu văd nimic. am ieșit, îți dai seama, dar frate, la 1 noaptea să înceapă să urle căcatul ăsta, deci nu, sunt praf.
And I struggled with sleep massively for about 3 months after that. Okay, well, now you might be thinking to yourself, that surely can't make you hate London, can it? I mean, just your com and your flatmates. If you are an introvert and someone who prefers a more docile environment, like me, then London may not be the most comfortable place for you. London's population sits at around 8 million, making it one of the most densely populated areas in Europe. And that means things like public transport, emissions, environmental noise, crime is all massively heightened. The public transport, it is mainly divided into buses and the underground for me. The buses can be okay during not rush hour, so an 11 a.m. seminar is a blessing because school run would have been way over by then. But if you happen to have a 9 a.m. seminar and you have to take a 45-minute bus, meaning you have to leave at 8 to get the bus at 8:15 and be there for 9, you will struggle to find a seat. Always. But thankfully, buses are usually quiet unless it's rush hour, if you drown out the engine noise. But boy, is the ride bumpy. London roads are also ridden with potholes, because it's the UK, If you happen to take a fully loaded, smelly, congested double-decker bus with a weight of 40 tons and put it on those roads, it will not feel very nice. And these buses, despite being quite new, don't have the best suspensions. Not the smoothest ride. But points for being somewhat affordable. It is only £1.75 to take the bus in London anywhere. The tube, however, despite being fast and carrying on, despite being fast and providing connections to major areas like, Oxford Street, it is always insanely busy and hot, especially if you happen to have to take Central or the Northern Line. They're notorious for being horrible and loud. This is what the Northern Line sounds like. Not nice at all, especially if you don't have noise cancelling headphones with you, which by the way are a must. But make sure they're not expensive noise cancelling headphones because they might get nicked. And this takes me to my third point, which is crime and safety and the overall social atmosphere and just existing as a young woman in London overall. Maybe it's me that's being paranoid, but I never go out alone. Not even across the road to get milk from Tesco's. London is stereotypical for things like knife crime, drugs, assault on women, you name it. And even though I've been lucky to not be a victim of any of those crimes, I'm not trying to become one. MJ smoke is so commonly felt that it is not even paid attention to by the authorities, despite being classed as a Class B drug and being illegal to consume, deal, and possess. Very nice. On top of that, the atmosphere, at least personally, can never be truly relaxed. I've become extremely hypervigilant since moving here, as phone theft from bikers have notoriously increased in London over the past few years. And I remember on one of our first weeks in uni, when we had like a campus tour, they told us keep your phones zipped in your bags away out of sight because people get them. Yeah, I didn't really believe it until it happened to a friend. Hypervigilance itself can land you in states such as stress, migraines, sensory overload, all which have a toll on your mental and physical well-being. Speaking of which, the pollution in central London is insane. I wiped soot from my nose. What on earth? Why am I getting soot pollution in 2025? So London for me has been pretty overwhelming. It is safe to say for me that from next year I will be commuting, even though it means waking up 2 hours earlier than what I usually do. But I'm willing to trade that for a more peaceful, pollution-free lifestyle. I also have to mention the positives of London and some of the good things that have come out of it for me. There are a lot of cool things here, pretty much fit for anyone with any interest. Most museums are free, statues and monuments are super cool and obviously free to see as well. And studying at a Russell Group University has given me lots of personal development opportunities as well, such as accessing therapy. So it's not always bad. There's lots of good things in London as well. It's just whether you personally consider yourself to be fit for a very fast-paced, loud, overwhelming lifestyle where people socialize through dating apps and clubbing. I know I've made up my mind.